So in our last video, we talked about how you will receive an email with an invitation to the SOLIDWORKS Cell cloud application. Once you get to that cloud application, you can manage all your projects, and you can also click on the link for the publisher, which is the Cell add-in for SOLIDWORKS. In this video, we're going to talk about how to download that publisher and how to install it so that you can go from having a SOLIDWORKS model to having a 3D model in the Cell environment. We begin back in the cloud application. From here on the right, we can click the hyperlink for Publisher. This will allow us to download the installer for the SOLIDWORKS Cell add-in. While that's downloading, we can take a look at the instructions on how to run the installer. It's a pretty straightforward installation, but you'll want to take care at item number 2, make sure you close SOLIDWORKS before you run the installer. Also in item number 3, you can see the URL we're going to use, and you might want to take note that it doesn't have publisher on the end or login or demos. It just ends with .com. Little pro tip here, you can actually copy and paste this right from this window. So I'm going to select all that text and press Ctrl+C, and that should set me up for when I do the install. Okay, we're done with the download, so now let's run that installer. We're going to click Next on this first screen, and then we're going to enter or paste that URL. We're going to click Next and Finish. Very straightforward. If it worked, you should be able to launch SOLIDWORKS, go into your add-ins, and turn on the add-in for SOLIDWORKS Cell. So we launch SOLIDWORKS, go into add-ins, and we can see at the bottom here we've got the add-in for SOLIDWORKS Cell Publisher. Now if we open a model in SOLIDWORKS, we should also see that there's a new tab for SOLIDWORKS Cell, and that on that tab we've got an icon here for Publish. This is going to let us go from working in the SOLIDWORKS CAD environment to actually publishing our data into the SOLIDWORKS Cell cloud application. Now in order for that to occur, we have to log in. So when we click Publish for the first time, we're going to be prompted for our username and login, in this case our email and our password. After we type that information in, we can click Login. If the login doesn't work, the most common problem is that the domain is incorrect, so you can click Change Domain and make sure that you got this URL correct. Otherwise, we click Login, and the add-in for SOLIDWORKS Cell inside of SOLIDWORKS is launched. And we can see that up here in the left, we've got all of our projects, or what we call templates. In your case, these are going to be blank because this is your first project that you're launching. And a number of other controls are available. And we're going to talk about all of these controls in the next video.